It looks like he's ready to ground somebody.
Hi.
Hey,
Thank
I
you
just
all
Lisa.
stare at
for
people.
watching.
Hi.
Yeah, thanks for clicking on our faces. Tonight we are back talking about Superman and Lois season 3. We are on episode 8. So
Ooh.
grab your wine, grab your drinks, grab your water, and let's chit chat about the episode. Now, at the beginning of this episode, we get to see Lois is deteriorating, and with her sickness, she's not as she's not a spring chicken as she once was earlier in the season. Um,
Mhm,
yeah, so they definitely are showing the progression of the cancer in
mhm.
this episode with Lois. Um, she's kind of at a crossroads when it comes to the paper, right? Because Chrissy, she presented her with some what she would consider front page news regarding what's his name?
Tobias. We'll just stick with Tobias. Just stick with Tobias. We'll get the name right
Bruno,
eventually,
Bruno,
guys.
Bruno, Bruno. That's his name, Bruno.
All right, Bruno Saturn. Right, Bruno Saturn.
Bruno Moon or something.
I like
Now,
that better. I like
so
that better.
they discovered that Alicia Keys is actually his wife. They didn't know before, so now they know, and
Right.
they want to expose the fact that he is secretly, quote unquote, married, right? And Lois is having like a
Second
moment of
thoughts.
conscience. Yeah, because she's thinking, okay, well, this is very much gossipy. It's not really news. It's more of like she didn't want it to be considered like a celebrity gossip article. And
Right.
honestly, I see that. It doesn't. It's like, why are we exposing his wife, even though we know that she's in cahoots with him with her powers? But that's because we
Mhm.
Right.
but as far as not knowing any of that, we know that his wife is sick with cancer. And if he chooses not to come forward with his wife and her sickness, what is that anyone else's
Yeah,
business?
well, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
I totally agree.
I don't know why Chrissy was pushing it. And honestly, I don't know why,
I think she was trying to press it just so they can, because so a little bit backstory here. They've been uh 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 going after Bruno for years, and like we have the clear evidence, but I do see the part where you say, okay, we're trying to get Bruno, but why are we bringing in the wife? The wife
yeah, the
who is,
sick wife.
yeah, the sick wife, which I would assume that Chrissy would know because I'm sure Lois mentioned it. I forget because I only watched this episode one, but I can see why Lois, and especially when Lois has built quite the friendship with her, not so much
Yeah.
Bruno, but with her, and she's like, I really don't want to really bring all this attention to her when she's already battling something, and now she got to battle
Mhm.
something else on the side. It's kind of,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it gives gross behavior,
I
and you
mean,
see
no,
that
but
later
who
on in
else?
the episode.
Wait a minute. But though, that's the only person that she got. That's the only other person that she has that she could talk about her illness with. She
Mhm.
made a friend. She made a friend that she can share an experience with. And because she made that friend, and
Yeah.
that's the only person that she can share that experience with. So her guard is down. And then this little girl that, that's pushing the story wants to be Lois Lane. She's looking up to Lois
Mhm.
Lane and she wants to be Lois Lane. And she's looking at Lois like, come on, Lois, come on, man. They're like, what are you doing? Like, everybody's,
Yeah.
you know? So, all this is
But
messy, messy,
very
messy.
Why did he do
messy.
that? It is messy.
So
It is messy. Someone get a
Lois
maid.
got to Yeah, Lois got to the point where she was like, I don't even want my name associated with this, right? I
Uh-huh.
don't
Right.
run it.
Mm.
But Clark, and I'm surprised that Clark was so adamant about it as well. Clark
Yeah.
and
Because
Chrissy
everybody
is like,
knows Lois.
huh?
Everybody knows Lois, but the thing is
That's
that
true.
Clark, but like I said before, look, Clark is not going to be able to understand what she's going through because Clark doesn't get sick.
Yeah.
He can't understand, and so he can't.
And
He doesn't have somebody to feed off of, like just like Lois did. Like she really made a friend. And once again, this is small town shit. You know what I mean? It's hard to let people go.
I'm starting to see a pattern here with Clark. And I don't know if I'm way off, but it seems as if he lacks empathy a little bit, unless it's regarding his family, because when it's about, suicide slums, when it's about this other man's family, when it's about, like, it seems like he's very much tunnel vision on certain things. And it's weird because Superman's supposed to have like this great moral character, but some stuff is just missing the mark, I feel like, in this
and
show.
it might be this just this season. You mentioned tunnel vision, and you mentioned family, and it's probably this whole thing with Lois being sick. This is probably his greatest challenge, right? That Superman has ever had to deal with, and he's probably tunnel vision on everything just because all he's thinking about is family. He's thinking about, is Lois going to be here tomorrow? Is how are the kids going to be? How are the kids going to handle if anything happened to her? This is, once again, this was his biggest challenge, and I think that's why he has been tunnel. I didn't notice that until you said it, and I'm like, I could see that a little bit. I could see that.
And he just wants to stay positive because that's what he can do.
But I would think that he would consider, like, this is his man's wife. Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to expose it to the public.
But see, that's that part right there. This is a man's wife, not his wife.
What about
that's a good? I say that's a good thing, but I'm just saying.
What about all the people that died?
Yeah, there is that. There is that.
All the people
but where's the line?
The crimes that were committed, everything. All the crimes that were committed, all of the things. And the thing is, it's just that, listen, everybody feels bad because she got cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then when she opened up her mouth
But they didn't know that. They don't know that. They don't know that she has these powers or have, any kind of knowledge of him being in this, crime boss. So with that in mind, it's like,
how much can you hide from your wife?
Huh? Yeah.
How much can you hide from your wife? Like, come on now.
Well, people have whole separate families. Wife would be none the wiser, so you never know. But speaking of wives and ex-wives, Lana, she has these kick-ass Cure tickets. And if I had them tickets, I would go alone. I don't know why she needs somebody to go. I would go by myself. But she doesn't want to go alone. Because specifically was something that and we finally got his name, or at least something that I can remember. His name is Kyle, the dad's name.
Heineken Kyle.
Yeah, Heineken Kyle. They purchased these tickets together during their marriage, and she got a notification that it's coming up, and it's like a sore spot, as it should be. Exactly. She's the
one thing the Cure couldn't cure is Lana's heart. And I couldn't resist to say that, and I am proud of myself for getting that joke out there. Take that, Curls, or whatever your name is.
That is true. That is true. Sadly, they can't do it all. She asked Sarah to go, but Sarah is being a jerk as usual, right on brand. She's like, no thanks. And
I mean, I don't know about all of that. You know why? I feel like
I love that so much.
It reminded me of like when I'm listening to Biggie and my goddaughter's talking about how that's old people music. So
kids piss me off. I'm glad that you said that.
No, but here's the thing. Like I remember when I was young, and then they would put on like, "She's a brick house, she's not there, and letting them all hang out," and I'd be like, "Turn that off." You know what I mean? So,
oh my God, you was rude.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just
but this is the Cure. This is rocking. Like all the little kids want to sound like that now. And even when what's his name? Jordan played it for
like, yeah, he was like, this shit is a banger.
Exactly. It's about.
There was a song that they did play, and I did go like, maybe I should check, because I'm not familiar with them, but I was like, maybe this is a song to listen. Maybe there's someone to listen to.
I love the Cure. I think I just other song called Love.
Any particular song that you say for someone who's new to say, hey, give this song a try?
I like Lullaby. I like everyone's like Monday you could fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. The name escaped me, which is why I'm singing it. This is just a whole bunch of like they have a whole bunch of bops. I'm
Have a
telling
good
you.
cap. All right.
Yeah.
Good to know. I'm gonna try to listen to him a little bit before Invincible come on tonight. But please carry on. There we go.
So yeah, she
There we go.
didn't. She was looking for someone to give her tickets away to, and I kind of thought that this was leading up to a possible date.
Oh,
her and
Seal.
And Seal, right? But it
Uh-huh.
didn't take that direction, which was a shock for me because usually the CW likes to pair people up quickly.
Ship them.
Right,
Ship them
exactly.
together. Ship them.
Yeah, straight out the dock, ship them, just like.
But you know what though? I'm so glad they didn't go that route though. I think that would have been too obvious. So I hear why you say that. I totally get it, and a part of me probably even thought that. But like, this is supposed to be a new thing with her and Seal. I don't think Seal needs to be seeing anyone right now, and I think it's a great opportunity. I mean, I hear what you're saying about Sarah. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at simply as usual. Sarah's a jerk. Like it's just the hard thing to do in the morning. Oh, let me be a jerk today. They're supposed to. I feel like that was the route they had to go to with her going with her daughter, and even I felt bad, like where she said like, "Oh, I don't know who the Curls are." The Curl, and I know I'm butchering that name completely, but she's like, they're a little bit before my time, and you can see how that hurt Lana because she's like, I just want to spend time with you. It's hard to really not like Lana because she really wants. Lana is just like,
what's wrong with a little bit of direct communication? Hey,
what she do wrong?
Listen, child, I want to go hang out with you. What's up? Let's go do something. Period.
Well, not everybody has that communication style. Maybe she's.
I agree.
I like
I
Lana.
understand. No, I agree. I agree with that. But this is not a stranger.
Yes, your daughter.
That's your kid. I mean, I understand that you could be a little, with speaking directly to people. I totally get that. But the thing is, this is your kid. Why can't you just why it got to be between the lines with your offspring?
Well, was she really in between the lines? She did make it clear that she wanted to take her to the concert. She said it would be cool if we.
Yeah, she just wanted it to be her choice. She put the offer up, and then she declined.
No,
what she want to say?
I mean, but look, did they go?
Well, later, but we'll get
right
there.
Then. But that's the thing. That was the thing. It didn't even matter. They didn't have to.
But you know what? Did they?
I mean? No,
I feel like they did. I feel like they did at the end though.
They was jumping around.
They was dancing in the living room, but maybe that was the pre-party. That was get her familiar with the songs.
Maybe.
I hope they did. I love the fact that they did, but the fact is that she could. Hey, listen, we don't got to do that. We could go get some ice cream. What's up? I miss you. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? You're my kid. Like,
we'll see. Maybe it's. Everyone has to, grow and all. Maybe she'll grow.
Yeah, I understand. But I mean, come on, that's my kid. I'm not gonna be like, all right, you figure out how I feel later.
Well, I think Lana. I think. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying she tried to give it away to a couple different people. But speaking of people, thanks you all for watching us tonight. If you're enjoying the show, don't forget to like the video. Join us in the chat. Tell us what you think about the episode or Supreman and Lois in general. This season 3.
Let's talk about it because we're going to be talking about it for season 4.
I'm not going to lie. That little tease with Grandpa, I'm here for that.
What do you mean the tease? You talking about singing Spike?
Yes. They had him looking like the Golden Bachelor right now. Like,
you know what? He is
the Golden Bachelor.
Yes,
not Golden Bachelor. I don't think at that age you're golding anymore.
He's a good-looking older man. He's keeping himself up. I'm telling you, he looks great. So
he's been on everyone's nerves, so he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he had a little Farrah Fawcett date at the diner again at this damn diner. But he was late because he was forcing Lois to do some digging and dirt digging on her friend. And that's another thing that I'm like, just 3 episodes ago, maybe 3, they were saying how Lois is working too hard. She needs to focus on getting better and not being a workaholic. And now this episode, they're like, look, get to work, cracking the whip and shit.
They know what they used to. That's crazy.
So,
that's crazy. They want. She sits down. And then everybody's like, what's wrong with you?
All right. You're supposed to be working right now.
Word up. Hey, hello. I'm spitting blood, but, all right, let's work.
Yeah, exactly. Let me investigate my best friend.
Right, the only one that gets me.
Only one who understands me.
Right, like
Right.
let's lock her ass up right
And I
quick.
know, and Lois doesn't really have any friends like that. I don't know if you
Well,
noticed.
no, I mean, I'm not surprised at that at all.
Yeah, she's a workaholic. She's not
No,
native to Smallville. She's from Metropolis or whatever. So it's like
she
she
is her
doesn't have any friends.
father's daughter.
Yeah, her
No,
only friends.
totally. Yeah, no, totally.
And
I
that's kind of
mean,
sad, man. It's kind of sad. Even
that
maybe Chrissy, but Chrissy's like her employee. I don't even know if that counts, man.
I feel like Chrissy is just tied to her. Like, I don't even think they're really
Yeah,
friends.
I
I think
mean,
she
but
just
think
like
about
does what she says.
yeah.
But hang on a second. Think about the dynamics of a small town. And the reason I say that is because I've housed so many people here in New York that ran away from small towns. Why? Because everybody knows your first and last name. Everybody knows your business. Everybody knows every single thing that you do when you step out the house. And look how Lana was like, oh, I saw that they were dating. I heard, oh, I didn't hear
Oh
this. I didn't
yeah.
hear that. Everybody's in your business. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you
And
were
then
New
I would hate to
Yorker,
be there. Yeah.
yes, when you were a New Yorker, that's the first thing that you're just not accustomed to that because there's too many people to care. But like in a small town like that, everybody's in your business, so everybody's looking to run out. You know what I mean? So like they live in this space where it's just like, okay, let me get away, and then once they
Yeah.
do, oh man, they wildin'. They
Mhm.
are wildin'. So I can't wait to see more because it's getting messier and messier and messier.
It's
It is.
getting messy. So we have our girl, Seal's daughter. She goes out on a little date with her boo.
Aw.
Yeah, and meets
Young
his
love.
young love, young puppy love.
Straight
And
Romeo and Juliet.
very
Well,
much, yes,
let's hope
very
it don't
much,
end like that.
Facts,
yes.
right?
Because we
Yeah.
discovered in the last episode that his mom and dad are Bruno and Alicia Keys.
Bruno Moon.
Yeah. And so
I feel like we gotta come up with another name for Keys. I'm gonna find an opposite for
I
Keys.
think her
Carry
name's
on.
Pia. I want to say her name's Pia.
We'll
because
say Alicia Pia. Alicia Pia.
I'm a Pia. I'm a Pia.
I feel like that's a word that they put on for them spelling quizzes just to throw people off because
Yeah.
who knows how to spell that damn word? But carry
Not
on.
me. But they are enjoying a nice, cute little dinner at this
Fancy
restaurant.
restaurant, but mind you, this was a pretty
Yes, this
fancy
is
looking.
the very fancy
Yeah.
restaurant that they often attend. So much so that when Seal was talking with his his other sister, his
Yes.
sister.
Yeah.
I love how
was
they
like,
brought the
"Oh."
sister back, though. I'm not gonna lie. I love how that whole
Yeah.
happened with the sister.
She was like, "Oh, they're at what restaurant?" And she's like, "Oh my
Mhm.
God, that's where Bruno handles his business. Like his, that's where he's always there, right?"
Mhm.
Right.
So, Seal he goes up there, and I don't understand what the hell was the plan because if you knew that this
No
was
plan.
no plan, no nothing,
plan.
just showing up to the restaurant where your enemy is the guy who said, "If I see your face again, I'm going to kill you." You're going to show up there just with nothing. So
I think that was pure adrenaline. That's a fair point. That's a very, very point. But if I could just try to like solve this little case that you threw out here, I think that this man sat here and said, "My daughter is there. I'm just going there." But I
he's
do
not
agree.
a dummy. This
That
is the
is
same man
dumb.
who
I
plotted
agree.
to find Clark on a whole nother dimension. And he can't plot to figure out a way, how am I going to get my daughter out of this damn restaurant? As if she doesn't have a cell phone and could be like, "Hey, where are you? Meet me
Or a
outside."
suit. Or a suit. She
Or
has her own
something.
suit.
He didn't have to
She has
go
her
in
own suit.
call her to come out. But
This is
anyway, I digress.
But that wouldn't be so CW.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't have got that like really kick ass like
No,
fight scene when his suit comes crashing in.
Facts. That's true because that was that was wild.
Can't hear you, Jack. Can't hear you.
Down. Are you muted? What do you
Technical
mean?
difficulties, but yeah, that was actually one of my favorite scenes of the episode when Seal comes into the restaurant and he's getting beat up. Like, dude, Bruno tells his son and Seal's daughter, "Hey, get them out of here," right?
I mean, that moment, in my opinion, was everything because he was straight up acting like Carl Winslow in that restaurant. Oh yeah, no. I'll eat over there. Thank you, baby.
You're
He was
welcome.
straight
Can I
up
be heard?
acting.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. No, but he was straight up acting like Carl Winslow. You know what I mean? Being the good dad, and all of a sudden he
All of
just
a
turned into
sudden.
Tobias Whale, and it was right in
Uh
front
huh.
of her. You know
I
what I mean?
loved it.
And then you could see later that the son was pissed. You know what I'm
My thing
saying?
Oh
is,
yeah.
if
I'm
you
curious
saw
to see how
all of
much he
these
knew.
men surrounding your dad and this other guy's telling you to get out, you just gonna leave your daddy like that? Because in the next scene, we see her happily walking to the goddamn truck outside, no complaints. And I'm like, your dad is in there about to die. What are you doing? Like, girl, get it together. She didn't even think about calling grandpa or nothing. He got, DOA connections and shit still. You just about to leave dad just to die?
That's what that puppy love does for you.
Man, and the son was more eager to get back to save the dad than she was, and that's her daddy.
Facts. I mean, I'm curious to see how much the son knows. You know
I don't think he knows any of it.
Because I mean, then how is it that he stays so oblivious? Because exactly, because look, as soon as as Seal showed up, all of a sudden you got 40 people with Glocks.
Yeah.
Popping out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't see that before. So I mean, the little kid has to know something, because that's clearly not the first time. That's something like that happened.
There's had to have been clues. He's like a mob boss, essentially. Like, he has guys at the house. I'm sure he's overheard some things or seen some things in that house.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But I mean, my point is that all of that happened right in front of her, and he's sitting there trying to impress her. He's on some like, oh, mom and dad, this is the girl I like, blah blah blah, and like, he just fucked up the flow right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he messed it up completely. But I loved all of it, because he was about business. I love that he just got, as soon as he saw it, and something that C was mentioning earlier, when I was having this technical difficulty, but it made me laugh when, like John, he steps in, Seal steps in, and like how you guys was mentioning, he was all like very family orientated. That made me go like, I really love this scene. They're telling embarrassing stories, him drawing dinosaurs and putting smiles on their faces for the kid. I mean, it's some beautiful, heartwarming shit. And then he sees this man and he just stops. He just goes he goes from Nick Jr. to Nickelodeon and says, I'm going to eliminate this man and I'm going to kill you because
Nick
I said I was right. Yeah, well, absolutely. Nick at Night, right? Just before Friends. Yes, absolutely.
Right. And he was all like, what did I tell you? What did I say? What was the next
I love that. Yeah.
What did I say?
I love that. And he damn near killed this black man, though. He damn near killed him. If it wasn't for his connection with Superman.
When the suit came in, I thought that was really cool. We get to see Pia come in with her powers. The suit's still coming in and engulfs him in the suit. And it looked really cool. But like 2 seconds after that, the suit falls to shit in the alleyway. I'm like, what is this suit made out of? Tinfoil? It was like already glitching.
Well, to be fair, I don't know the science of Peter's power. I mean, her yelling like that was probably nothing. I love things like this, honestly, because like how you mentioned, this suit fell apart. We haven't seen this. It's been 3 seasons of this show. Never had it happen before.
He was fighting Superman in season 1 in that goddamn suit.
Right.
Hardly any issues.
Right. So he was able to make this suit in a way to hang in with a Kryptonian. I don't think he had any answer for when someone yells and it just screams my costume off, because that's going to be the next update. That's going to be his update in the next when he makes his suit.
I guess, I don't know. I was just a little disappointed with the.
I can imagine you're saying this guy fought Superman. Why else? How can anything else like the suit?
Though?
That's just true. I'm glad that you pointed out.
She held Superman back too, though. Like, you know what I mean? Because if her veins wasn't popping.
Oh yeah,
no, she was going.
That whole scene.
You was laughing at that too, right?
Yes, because they have to add all of that post production, so she's just on set, just looking
at it looks wild. Like this one when she turned her head like this, I said, "This is so cringe." Like if you don't have the effects going in, like if you just watch her doing this, you're like, "What are you doing?"
She looked crazy as hell.
It gave you that. It gave you the if anyone who saw the Flash, and when you take away the speed and you just see Flash doing like this,
Oh, yeah.
it's cringe. This is
It looks dope.
it's cringe. So yes, there's a few times I looked and I said, "This look cringe." I'm gonna make sure to mention it, and I'm glad that you pointed that out about how that looked cringe.
I would like to see behind the scenes. I wonder, is she actually screaming or is she just making the expressions of
I think
screaming?
you know why I think the expressions
Nah, I
because
think
when
she's
you're doing
making
all that yelling,
her mouth.
yeah, because I think all that yelling it'll wear you down.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Way too
So it's just
old.
silent.
yeah. I think to get
looked
the
like a
vein.
troll.
I think the one scenes where she was trying to get the veins, I do think she really went in with yelling. I think
Okay.
so. Just to get the visual, because the visual of her yelling, you see the veins, it just gives you see that she's using exhausting all her power to take
Yeah.
out
Mhm.
both Superman and Seal.
Yeah, and she's also losing control of her power a little bit. And we saw that in the restaurant.
Right.
But we
Yeah.
did touch on the guys, the boys, the brothers. Jordan,
not?
the firefighter one. I keep getting them mixed up. Jordan is the one.
Jordan's the one who has the power.
Jonathan
is the firefighter.
Okay, so Jonathan, he gets asked to go on his first real
Fire.
call. Fire to fight a fire. Sarah's dad, Kyle, he's like, yeah, you can come, just stay by the truck. They get to the fire, and Jordan, what's his name? The one with the powers.
Jordan, no, you was right. You nailed it.
Jordan
You was right.
with his ski mask on and goggles. He comes and rescues someone from the burning building, which is nice. But he left them at the foot of, outside, and it made his brother look bad. Yeah, it made Jonathan look bad. So Jonathan about to lose his little position at the firefighting academy or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he comes home, he's very much upset at his brother, as he should be, because it's like, bruh, we had this under control. You don't have to step in where essentially where you're not needed. And I feel like that's valid, and I almost feel like he's doing that because Clark won't allow him to do other things, like his dad won't allow him to do like the big superhero stuff. So he's like doing stuff that kind of like crosses over where
it's like it's under the surveillance of Superman.
It's stuff that he should allow his brother to do as he's training to be a firefighter. And he kind of undermines his contributions as, this firefighter in training. He was like, yeah, I'm trained. He's like, no, you're getting, coffees. I have heat vision and stuff like that. I'm like,
that was some foul stuff. That was a jerk move. Yeah.
Man.
I mean, but it was only the jerk move because it was the truth. Because the reality of the situation.
But you don't say stuff like that. I thought it was a jerk move.
You don't say that. You don't say that. But at the end of the day, it is the truth. Because here's the thing. If he would have stayed by the truck, like he was told to stay by the truck, even if his brother would have saved the guy, we wouldn't have this problem. Because one of two things happened here. Number one, the brother with the powers has been exposed. Why? Because he went in there, froze the place, and then saved the person. Yeah. Firefighters are not doing that. So there's no covert way of doing it. So now he just exposed himself and made his brother look bad. Because if he just would have, but at the same time, if he would have stayed by the truck like he was told, then the head firefighter wouldn't have called him a liability. You know why? Because in a fire, you're thinking about all the lives that are with you. If one person is not staying where they're supposed to stay,
but that's your brother, though. Imagine.
No, I get that. I get that. But the thing is that, you brand new to firefighting. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Somebody's telling you to stay where you're supposed to stay. You stay where you're supposed to stay. And now, because you didn't, you're a liability. And so, there's many factors here. Don't get me wrong. I understand the emotional implications here. That's your brother. You see your brother pulling somebody out of a building, you're going to go help, of course. But, I'm not, listen, everybody's wrong here. In my opinion, because
but I feel like Jordan was more wrong. He didn't have to say what he said to him. Of
course not. Definitely not. No, he shouldn't have been so mean. But at the same time, he should have minded his business.
No, I don't know. There's definitely levels here, and Jonathan is the more wrong one Because
That's why this is messy.
Because if you got this heat vision, if you got this damn heat vision, why don't you go do some big boy shit? Why you over here with the goddamn firefighters? Get out my goddamn tip. That's what I would told him.
Because we live in a small town and daddy doesn't let me leave. I want to
go
to
rescue some goddamn kittens, bruh, out the trees. Fly somewhere else. Go to Malaysia. I'm sure there's some emergency happening over there, but you can't because daddy said you can't. So get the hell up out my face.
Don't be coming up in my fires and fucking up my fire.
Heat vision. Get the hell out my face. Yes, I'm getting coffee. So what?
I mean, but you know what though? I think there's deeper meaning to this. I think this is gonna be what
because the hero thing. He said a line to us. So, oh yeah, I guess you're the only one who gets to be a hero. So he kind of wants to do this to be, he doesn't have powers, but he wants to, still kind of contribute in like a hero kind of way. And I was like, dang, he really just trying to take that from him too. God damn.
I mean, but he's trying to be seen.
Yeah.
He don't got the powers. He don't got nothing. He's trying to be seen. He's trying to, but his little brother was trying to help him.
Right.
At the end of the day,
but it cost him.
He got the powers and the other one doesn't. And it is what it is. Like they could work that out, but still, like that's not like you said before. He shouldn't have said what he said, but look, he went over there to help him, and he doesn't have the powers, and is never gonna have them. But he's also sad because he can get sick too, just like his mom.
Ooh, a couple things that were uncovered this episode. We got to see that Lex Luthor was possibly framed with some voiceover performed by the wife, possibly. Yeah.
The broom is so messy.
Yeah, and we also got to see that this Bizarro type character is sentient. It's alive, right? So that's coming as well.
I'm about to watch episode 9. You heard?
Hey,
I'm here for that.
And we hope that you all watch episode 9 and join us next week for our episode 9 review, because we will be back. And we will also be back tomorrow to do our live after show of the new Invincible episode, which airs tonight at midnight. So we're going live tomorrow around 7:30-ish CPT to discuss the newest episode of Invincible. So if you're down for that, subscribe to our channel, hit us up on social media, check us out in the chat, and join us then. See ya. Bye.
Bye, folks.
Bye, everybody. Where's the outro?
There we go. Bye.